vintage RCA color tube tabletop television. We're going to just do a quick analysis. This is going to be a show and tell video. I will get back to the resurrection and repair videos in a few weeks. I've just been kind of strapped for time, real busy. So I have plenty of good resurrection videos coming up. Old television sets and radios that are dead and need to be brought back to life, but that'll be in a few weeks. It's got a little crack here and a chip missing that could probably be fixed. This doesn't use the RCA Victor logo, it uses the newer block letter logo. A handle for carrying convenience. Have a model number here, EL448W. Power cord is missing. One of the little cord holders is broken off. This could be like a CTC36. Low focus voltage. These were kind of known for having a soft picture as the CRT aged, but let's pop it open and check it. 5GH8 filled masterpiece. The bird agrees. That's not a good look. I wonder what happened there. Need to get a magnifying glass and see if the wire is still hooked to that. This is a CTC36 from 1969. And it is 5GH8 because this is a series string color portable television. For the past 6 months or so, every time I publish a video on a vintage or old vacuum tube television, especially color, I've been getting, people have been posting comments, and the comments always end up in the spam folder, so they're rarely ever seen by anyone but me. But they ask about, they're always from India, Pakistan, that area, and they are offering me insane amounts of money to buy these TVs. And the reason why is because there's some mystery or myth or something that there's mercury or red mercury in some of these tubes. And to my knowledge, there's no mercury in television vacuum tubes. I know there's mercury in some industrial rectifiers. I got one of those. I could pull it out here in a minute. But I always get these huge offers to buy these TVs because they're looking for red mercury. Now, I don't know of any red mercury. I think that's some myth. Maybe red mercury because mercury comes from cinnabar, which is red. But so anyway, I started chatting with someone asking questions about it, and they were saying that there's a village in Pakistan that's mostly illiterate people that believe that mercury is a medical cure. It's like mercury is the new snake oil. This is 2020, folks. We know more about mercury than it having any kind of health benefits. At least I don't think it has any health benefits. Who knows? Maybe it's the key to eternal life. That's why it's banned in the West. Wow, that's a happy CRT. This one must still have good mercury in it. So let's just take a minute and clarify this. This is mercury. This is cinnabar. This is the ore that mercury comes from. You can actually see some mercury in this ore. It's very rich. This is a 866 mercury rectifier right here. And it's hard to see in the camera, but if you look, it's filled with tons of little mercury beads. They're almost microscopic. They just look like dirt on the glass, little shiny. And I believe the reason why they put mercury in some of these rectifiers is it increases the current handling capacity. But anyway, this tube here has mercury in it. These tubes in this TV, to my knowledge, they do not have mercury in them. Now, here's an even bigger industrial tube. And I don't know what this is. You can see the mercury there. You can see there's a splotch of mercury right there. And as an added benefit, this even has asbestos. So this one here is a real health miracle. This thing here must be worth millions of dollars, maybe $1 billion. Think of how many lives that could save. Anyway, so to clarify that for our friends in Pakistan and India, vintage televisions do not have mercury-filled tubes in them. And I don't think there's anything that rare about this. You could probably get this from a chemical store. And it's from a cinnabar mine. You cook this at about, I don't know, 1,000, 1,200 degrees, and the mercury vaporizes out of here, and then you recondense it. It's kind of interesting. It has an ambient temperature operating range because the mercury has to be vaporized. I think it's worth showing how this flyback kind of squirts out of the side rather than the top like most RCA flybacks. See if I can light this thing up. This TV actually looks really low hour. So see how the donut is rotated like 90 degrees off of the normal flybacks that would stick straight up. Kind of a cool design, and yeah, I've just been kind of sitting here looking at it, and it looks like a really low hour set. Not many of these survived. There's not many of these left around. That's an RCA tube. That's an RCA. Most of these are RCA tubes. This is international, so that's probably junk. I see it has one transistor right there. So does that qualify it as a hybrid if it's got one transistor? And it looks like a couple of these were changed. That transistor is the vertical multivibrator. And here's what I mean by low focus voltage. You can see the focus voltage comes off the same, probably boost voltage that the screens come off of. So it's probably under 1,000 volts instead of like 4,000 or 5,000 for the focus. So these CRTs were kind of notorious as they aged for having a soft, blurry picture. Alright, let's see what happens here. Ooh, 139 watts. So efficient. Oh, here it goes up. There it is. That's 88.1 K jazz. I don't know what channel I'm on here. The light's burned out. Trying to get channel 6, and it looks like the convergence is way off. I think something in the fine tuning broke. Come on. Only 225 watts, and yes, it has nice color bars. I'll get it inside where we can see it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Green looks a little soft. I like a darker green than that. Look at how bright the red is, and then the green is kind of, could just be a bad 5GH8. It's definitely not the CRT. So the come on. Convergence is a little poor up here. The red's off to the right. Right in the middle it's okay. I wonder if that coil is bad. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah. Fine tuning's a little bit touchy. That could be a problem in the generator. Red, blue, green. See how the green is kind of soft. That's chroma off, that's luminance off. That's chroma on, that's luminance on.
I'm a very active person that likes to move around and go. The pain I was in was really excruciating. I was basically heading towards a sedentary lifestyle. I had really tried everything, but I quickly lost hope with all of the things that we had tried, and that's what led me to the Good Feet store. And when I found the Good Feet system, it really just changed
the haircut like that, you can't help but feel sorry for her.
To life. I have my active lifestyle back.
You too can get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store. Diamonds, the forever gift. The Jewelry Exchange has half-carat anniversary bands for $2.99, 1-carat 2-stone rings $9.90, 1.5-carat 3-stone rings $19.90, and 1-carat studs just $3.99. All guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange, Tustin.
Doing good has the power to change everything. Share your all good news stories on our Facebook group and watch Eyewitness News featuring positive stories of kindness and human generosity.
Sponsored by Dignity Health Southern California. Hello, human kindness.
Real-time speed tracking on Air 7 HD.
We now return you to our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
See new drum.
See the greens? See how the greens don't really stand out? It's just kind of...
A lot of costumes. They had fire. Mid-20s, our natural production of HGH begins to...
This junior garlic butter burger is so juicy. Butter really brings out the flavor. Well said, Peter. You're kind of buttering me up. What did you do? You're just a really good friend. Yeah.
Grab a $2.99
Boy, the
junior
color is
garlic
kind of
burger
going
with
clinky
sauce for
dinkler
$1.
there, isn't it?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes.
Got to be careful with that. That's highly copyright stuff. Can't do any NFL, NBA, BFL. Can't have any of that stuff going on.
Costume and masquerade.
Okay, so where did the color go? I'm just using rabbit ears here, so...
Oh my gosh, what are you up to? Here, let's take a look.
Hello, Monica and Jess.
Hey, surprise!
What?
For those of you who don't know, we are Monica's parents. I'm Carol,
And I'm Rick.
and we're making a plea because, Monica, you've been really busy, and we've been asking you for quite some time now to come on over and help us with our living rooms. We thought this would be a pension.
I'm bad daughter.
We're here in our fireplace room, we call it. And then on the other side of that wall, we have another room where we watch television. We want to take down that wall and make this one large living space.
The alignment's a little bit off because
We can have our family gatherings.
you got to peak it up too high for the color. But it wasn't like that a minute ago, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it needs some work. Like I said, this was just an analysis show and tell video, but I'm kind of...
Your ass looked quiet.
The convergence is off.
You were very
The something's up with the color. Oh, the apples are green.
There must be something wrong with me to let a guy like you go.
Now it seems to be working okay. God, we have so many channels on this thing. That's a look at a 1969 RCA CTC36 color tube tabletop television with mercury. Gonna have a couple good resurrection videos coming up in the next couple weeks. Mid to late November and December we'll do some good resurrections. This is just a little analysis / show and tell, and we see what work needs to be done. It's a pretty low hour set, and it's got a little cosmetic damage, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape and it works pretty good. It just needs to be kind of set up and dialed in.
Where the big girls at? Where the big girls at? Where the big girls at?
That's basically, sir, the only reason why I'm calling you right now is just to simply inform you that our company would love to invite you to be one of our special guests for our grand opening house celebration located here in Oceanside, California. Are you somehow familiar with Oceanside?
Where are the big girls at?
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Where are the big girls at?
Okay, sir. And we know that your time, sir, is very important to you. So in exchange to your time and effort coming down here, our company will giving you a 2 round-trip airline ticket plus 3 days and 2 nights hotel accommodation for absolutely no cost, no money obligation on your part. And the good things about this, sir, you can use this ticket anywhere here in United States, valid for 1 year. Sounds good, right?
Where are the big girls at? Brrr.
Gigi ka, sir. Gigi.
Being trashed. And as you can see, this is a very packed up radio, so I probably need to go dig up a schematic. That'll make it easier to figure this mess out. Now, I haven't dug up a schematic yet, but it looks like 35Z5 is wired in series with the rest of these tubes. And as I expected, the resistance portion of this power cord is wide open, so we'll just have